Hello everyone, it's Royal Rock here, and I hope everybody's having a good day. I most certainly am. But this next segment I want to get into is exploring beyond. Um, what is exploring beyond? Exploring beyond um, is that next segment. Like I mentioned in my previous video, ascending. The next step is exploring beyond. Exploring beyond is like, there's no right and there's no wrong. I think that most people in this world, especially in Western culture, it's all about who's right and who's wrong and what is right and what is wrong, or what's good and what's evil. Exploring beyond is pretty much us living in those all are in one. So if it's good and evil, if it's right or wrong, those are the same things. Those are not two different things as that we're taught to think that they are. Those are all the same things, because you can't have one without the other. And when you're exploring beyond, you get past all that who's right or who's wrong, or what is right and what is wrong. You pretty much understand that's all one, like duality. It is all one thing. And once you start figuring that part out, you start to see what is right for you and what is wrong for you. What is wrong and what is right. What may be right for me may not be right for you. What may be wrong with me may not be wrong with you. I feel that out here in society, they like to put people in little boxes. They like to encapsulate you into this little thing and say that this is all there is. No, that's not true. When you explore beyond, you realize that there is much more to the equation and that you've just reached the surface. An example I would like to use is think of yourself as if this is us living on a plane. And this is like the dome that we live in. Think of exploring the waters as beyond that. You're not stuck in this bubble. You're exploring beyond that, and that's like the firmament, or whatever we live in. Flat earthers or whatever, round earth, it all doesn't matter. It's all the same. Exploring beyond is going to a place to where you were once traditionally taught, and you moving to a higher plane. This really is going to help you grow as an individual, and as you should. This is really going to test your inner world within. As above, so below. It's all the same. What's going on inside of you is going on the same way out in the cosmos. Believe it or not, it's the same thing. There's no difference. And once you can get to that stage and you can realize that, you realize that there is infinite growth that you can take. You realize that there's infinite learning that you can take in and grow as an individual. And once you start, going at this level, and you start, exploring things that you may not, agree with, or, things that you do agree with, and you start putting the components together, and you start connecting each different thing, you're going to start realizing that, wow, there was a lot that I really didn't know. There's a lot that I may know, but there's a lot that I don't know. And that's why I really believe that an individual going off of this point starts growing infinitely. You start growing at your pace. You start not going into the place to where, I think I believe, I have faith. You start going into the part of knowing. There's a difference between having belief, having faith, and just knowing. There's a big difference in that. And I think a lot of people in society are just going off of what they believe and they have faith of, but not a lot of people are going off of just knowing. I believe that in the human DNA, there's things that's encapsulated inside of us that are passed down from our ancestors, that bring us to a point to where we just, we just know. You remember when you was a kid and you did certain things, or in the 90s, I grew up in the 90s, we would just go out and play outside, and there was just things that came to your mind that you just knew was true, and nobody else could tell you differently. Or you just had the imagination or the intuitive sense that you didn't know how you knew, but you just knew. All of us have this in our DNA. We have this in our DNA. And when you start exploring beyond, you start tapping into that. You start going into the part of knowing. And it's going to take a lot of inner work. This is not easy. But that's how you know you've reached your true path. That you've reached it. You started exploring beyond of what you know. There's some books that I'm reading right now, and it's very, it's great for me. I would really recommend this book, The Cosmic Serpent, and it's talking about this guy's journey into the Amazon jungle. Fascinating. I'm not done with it yet, but I'm currently reading it, and I like it a lot. The next one is Gnosticism, the new light on the ancient tradition of inner knowing. And this book here, blowing my mind. And this predates a lot of stuff that we're traditionally taught, through religion, or just through Western culture. That book is like the bridge of Eastern and Western culture. It's that bridge. It bridges the gap. So I highly recommend those books, people. Exploring beyond. I would really like you guys to go out and explore beyond, because it's done great wonders in my life, and I know it could do it for you too. Well, I'm about to get up out of here, y'all. I enjoy your time. I really appreciate everyone, and just continue to follow my videos. I really love that I'm getting the message out, and I really know that this is what it's about, and it's about making that positive change into the world. It's about whatever you want to put out into the world, it's about that. And I encourage everyone to go out there and find that and do that. And I'm just gonna continue to do this. So, I appreciate you guys. Thank you.